Hello everybody, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Debbie. This is my Crafty Den, and I am getting ready to do a plan with me from scratch in my bullet journal DIY planner. So if you're new, I'm using a bullet journal as my planner. I've come up with this style of a spread, and I've just been doing almost the same thing every week in here because it works so well. So I'm going to decorate for next week. So what I've done for this week is I've taken some measurements. So I measured this. So I measured this, and it's 2.5 inches, and this is 2.5 inches, and I'd like to come up about 1.5 inches from the bottom. Last week I did this, and I think it was just a tad too narrow. So what I've come up with, I wanted something spring-like, but I didn't want something that looked like real flowers this week. I really wanted something that looked drawn. And I've come up with this paper pad. It's actually a $4 paper pad from Dollarama. It's called Delilah. They have been putting out paper pads kind of randomly over the last couple of years, and every single time I see one I like, I grab it. This one has all of these really pretty pinks and greens in here, which is my favorite color combination. So I grabbed a couple sheets out that I liked. I've come up with these ones. So what I couldn't figure out was whether I wanted to do the same on both sides and then different across the bottom, or different on both sides, which I think is what I'm going to do, and then have that third piece coming across here like this. So I'm going to do this on my adhesive sheet, and I've measured out my bits so I know how much I need. These are adhesive sheets that you can get at Amazon. They are so amazing to use. And the nice thing about the Dollarama paper is that it is really thin because it's not a good quality paper, which is kind of what you want when you're putting it in your planner, because you don't need it to be really thick. You don't need a ton of bulk. Oh my gosh, come on, peel off of there. So I was just having a hard time peeling that first layer off of this. Now this is a whole sheet of adhesive. I'm gonna get rid of this piece, and then I'm going to put my papers down. So I think I want a strip of this. I'm going to turn this a little bit so that I can see my edge really well, because I want to get this down straight. There. So I've got one piece down. Then I need a piece of this. So I'm going to do the same. I want to butt it right up against that. This adhesive is really, really sticky. So this has to be right the first time. So I've got that piece. And then the strips that go across the bottom, I have this. It is really pretty. It's got all the colors in it that tie these together. And it says, "Our own little world, wide-eyed, lovely laughter, discover, glow, delight, wonder, hello, sunshine, feeling fine, dream, good times," all the really great words. I love this paper. And I'm going to put it butted right up to this one like that, and then I'm just going to press these all down on that adhesive sheet, and then I am going to just grab my paper trimmer so that I can cut this out and it'll be easy, just like that. So I have my sheet of paper that I'm going to use, and now I'm just going to cut this into the strips that I need. So I've already got this measured, because I measured that the right size when I put it on there. So now all I need to do is cut this right on that line, just like cutting apart bits from a page that has all the different little cards on it, journaling cards size. You cut those apart. So this is the same thing. So I have that, and then I need 1.5 inch strips. So I should be able to get all 4 of them off of here, because I think there was 6 inches left. So I have all my pieces cut and all my extras put away, and I'm going to start getting my planner ready to decorate. So I can take that off of there. I'm going to flip this over because I'm on week 20. So I'm just going to flip that for now. And I am going to measure in the 2.5 inches right here. Which means I'm going to cut on that line of dots. I'm just going to put myself a little tick there because I don't need to measure it again. And then I'm going to grab my little dollar store cutting board that I cut down to size. I'm going to take my 3 pages, because these 3 pages are my weekdays. I'm going to put this in here, line it up. I'm going to grab my metal ruler, line that up perfectly straight on those dots, and then I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and cut these pages off. I don't press very hard. I'd rather go over it multiple times, and there I go. So I'm all ready to go. Now, don't throw these away because they make great papers for making lists on. I've got my planner. Let's decorate. So I am going to put my words across the bottom like this. And what's really nice about that adhesive sheet is that one of these, when I do this measurement, one of those fits from this edge all the way across just perfectly. So I'm going to peel the backing now off of this. There. So I'm going to fold this back like this, just so that I can get this started, and then I get it right on that line and right where I want it to go, because it's easier to just do a smallish bit. I'm going to pull it back a little bit, then I'm going to crease it right in there so that it fits in nicely, no buckling, and then pull this back like that, and I've got my piece across the bottom. And I am going to continue to do this across all the bottom of the pages, but I want that piece that goes in here. I think I want this one with all the lovely florals. Oh gosh, isn't that pretty? I need room here to write my date, so maybe I'll pull it down. There, I can put it there. Alrighty, so I'm going to just take my pen. I'm going to put a little tick right there because I don't want to put this over the paper that I just put down. And I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and trim that off. Now I can put this down. Yeah, I think I want the big flower at the top. Okay, so I'm going to line it up with the edge of this because I'm going to leave it in just that one line. And line it just up that row of dots like that and put it down. This is pretty. It is really pretty. It's a nice floral without being too flowery. And I'm going to flip my page just like this. And then I'm going to continue running this all the way across the bottom each time I flip this. And now I've got my piece for this side. It's easier to grab that corner with those tweezers. There. Okay, so I have all my decorating done. I may add a little something to this after, but for now, this is good. So it's time for me to start setting this up. I'm going to grab a Sharpie pen, and this is week 20. It is May the 15th to 21st. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to start laying out all of these. So this is my sidebar, and then I start here with Monday, and I go through all my days, and I end up here with Sunday. So I have lots of room, like that whole great big space for each day. So I love the way that is. I think I'm going to use my little template this week. So what do I typically put down my sidebar? I do errands, bills due, and I do appointments. And I have a little spot down at the bottom left for anything else. So that's my sidebar. Now I'm going to use these check boxes to put my checklist down. Like this, and stop above there. So I have room for 5 of them. And then I do a couple for my bills due. So maybe 3. I want to get them lined up on the dots perfectly. And then appointments. And then I'm going to move down here to this bottom box and just put 1 there, and I am going to put note. Like that. So I change this up a little bit every once in a while. That first row is off a little wee bit at the top there. Then I start with my days of my week, and I do Monday, May 15th, Tuesday, there. And I'm just going to go through and put in all my boxes on all my days, and I'll be right back. Then I'm going to pick a color. So I was thinking pink because it's a pink spread. And then I was thinking maybe sage green because there's this sage green in here. But there are these lovely little hints of this turquoise blue in here that just feel summery to me. So I'm going to take one of those scraps of paper that I cut off of here, and I'm going to look through my bin. This is all my blues and greens. I'm going to look through this. Then I'm going to look through all these Crayola Super Tips. These are my blues and greens, and I am going to see if I can find one that I love to go with this spread. So right off the hop, I'm looking at this color right here, and I'm wondering, like, isn't that pretty? Wouldn't that go nice with that? It's just a little darker than this. So that's a contender. I'm going to set that one out right there. How would that sage green look? No, that's not the right one. That's definitely not the right one. I have this, which is a paler. It's almost the same as this. Let's see. I'm going to try this one again here. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's nice and bold. Nice and bold. I'm glad I decided to use a different color and not the pink. That just makes the pages so much more vibrant. I absolutely love them. I'm just going to clean up my little space here, put some things away. So the next step that I do with this is I go back to my future log. So the 20th, which is Saturday, is World Bee Day. So I'm going to find a different color and I'm going to put that in here. So I might use a pink just to put that in. That's a little bit orangey, but it does kind of match that. Oh, I like that. So that's what I'm going to put in here. So World Bee Day. And it's a thing. It's a day for the whole world to focus on the loss of honeybees, on the loss of our pollinators. So I have that. So that's it. That's all I've got in my future log this week. No birthdays, no appointments, nothing like that in my future log. Let's take a peek at my May calendar to make sure that there's nothing there. So I don't have anything like that this week. So let me go into here, and under my errands, I am going to put my grocery shopping. And I need to go to the municipal office. I got to get some money on my taxes, and I'm going to leave the rest for now because I don't have my sale flyers or anything yet to see if I need to go into the city. We don't have any of the stores that are covered by any of the flyers. I do know I have to go grocery shopping, but I don't know if there's anything on sale at Giant Tiger, Walmart, things like that. And I'll put those in here if there's something on sale enough that it makes it worthwhile for me to go somewhere. Now, I have a couple of tip outs. When I'm doing this, if you're new here, you'll know that I put a tip out in the front of my planner that has all my weekly to-dos on here. So I don't have to write them down in here every single week. I love that. Absolutely love that. And let me see. I also put a second tip out in here, and it has all my bills due. On the 20th, my Rogers bill is due. That's my TV, internet, yeah, that stuff. So I have that. That's what I'll put in here to start with. I don't have any specifics this week except for 1, 2, 3. The 16th is the third Tuesday of the month. We only get our recycling picked up once a month, and that's on the third Tuesday. So I'm going to put that in there so that I don't forget. So I have everything in here. I like it. I like it. That little bit of this peachy color stands out. I like that. So under watching on Sunday night, Fear the Walking Dead is back on. It's the final season. So I'm putting that in there. I put it in last week so that I won't forget. It's coming up. This is Friday. It's coming up on Sunday night. I'm so excited. So if you have AMC Plus and you've already seen it, please, please don't give anything away to anybody because we don't all have that. So that's my plan with me for the week. I do hope you enjoy these from scratch planner setups. I really enjoy doing them. I'm actually having more fun doing this than I was planning in my Happy Planner. I like that I've personalized this and I do this from scratch every week. And my spreads, guys, my spreads are just so, so pretty. So this is a smaller little book when it's open. It sits on the end of my countertop. I see it over and over again all day long, so it's really hard to miss something in here. So one of the other things that I do, because I keep this on my kitchen counter, is I'll grab this elastic band and put it over there. That way, if I'm wiping the kitchen counter down or spraying anything and I'm worried about it splashing into my book, I just shut my book like this. I can pick up, wipe underneath it, and it's just so easy because this is closed at the back to open it to the exact right spot. So I love, love, love this planner. I think I've said that before. I might have. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's setup. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you like about this style of planner. I still have a Happy Planner, but I use it for social media. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that now before you leave. I would love for you to come back and become part of my YouTube family. And I'll see everybody in the next one. Until then, bye-bye for now, everybody. Have a good week.